Hi friends, Lyle here, the host of One Clap Speech and Debate, and it's good to be back. I have 4 things I want to communicate today. First, I want to celebrate all the Wyoming competitors at NSDA Nationals in Kentucky this summer. Second, I will quickly reflect on the last 3 seasons of One Clap Speech and Debate. Third, I will announce the beginnings of new platforms for One Clap. And lastly, I want to highlight some of the upcoming content for Season 4 of the podcast. I am indeed simmering in the warm summer days here in the heart of the Bighorn Basin, Thermopolis, Wyoming. After the NSDA National Tournament, I did go into hiding for a few weeks, but I'm back, and I've been working on content with a new focus in the upcoming weeks. But before we look ahead, I'd like to look back for a minute. We need to celebrate another impressive season of speech and debate in Wyoming and all over the country. At the NSDA National Speech and Debate Tournament in Louisville, Kentucky this summer, Wyoming competitors showed up and continued to make an impact on the national scene. There were some really impressive results coming out of the Wyoming community at nationals this year, and I'm going to list the accomplishments on the website for everyone to check out. You can always go to wyospeech.org and see these results, or they're archived. Congratulations to all of the competitors out there this year, though, especially the seniors who gave so much of themselves to our community. You know, whether you're a national champion or a now graduated senior, a coach who works hard to give students opportunities every day, or a weekend competitor who goes out there and lets your voice be heard without much in the way of accolades, you're awesome. Your voice absolutely matters in this activity and in this world, and One Clap celebrates you. Thank you for an inspiring year of speech and debate. The second thing I'd like to do is reflect for a moment on the last 3 seasons of One Clap Speech and Debate. I kicked off the podcast in March of 2020, and since then we've produced 140 episodes. This little episode is number 141. Over 22,000 total downloads, 159 blog posts on the website, active social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We actually have over 1,000 followers on Instagram, and lots and lots of stickers, tons of stickers. I love stickers. All of this content and following is because of you, dear listeners, and the incredible folks who contribute to the work of this project, either through guest appearances or creation of content, or kind word of inspiration here and there, financial assistance and support through Patreon. I do want to especially thank our patrons, Terry, Tina, Brenda, Aaron, Melissa, Marcus, Laura, Londi, Ashley S., Joel, Matt, Alan, Ashley M., Aaron, Izzy, and Rick. Thank you all so much for your support, and thanks to everyone who supports One Clap Speech and Debate. Thank you especially also to Amy Wiley for her continued design brilliance. So I think it's time to announce some cool stuff that I'm working on for One Clap. One thing, I'm beginning to dabble in some video work. These short videos from interviewed guests will find a home on the new YouTube page and the new TikTok account, which I'll link in the show notes, of course. I'll be releasing episodes of the podcast on YouTube, although generally not with live people on the screen, I guess sometimes, but not all the time. Additionally, I'll be re-releasing old classic episodes of One Clap on YouTube. I'll call these rewind episodes. The general popularity of podcasts on YouTube has prompted this, but I also want to highlight some of the great content, resources, stories, and thoughts that others have shared on the podcast in the last 3 seasons, and I think it'll be a pretty cool way to do that by repurposing this stuff on YouTube. It's also pretty funny to hear me stumble through episodes, a totally confused amateur, and while I'm still an amateur, I know these old episodes definitely bring my weaknesses as a host to the forefront, so enjoy. I'm also enjoying some new editing platforms that are helping with video work and should also help me provide pretty accurate transcripts for episodes in the future. And I'll be working through the past episodes to build transcripts for those rewind episodes as well. These tools include Riverside FM and Descript, both of which are pretty great so far. There's some kinks and I'm learning, but they are really awesome resources. The last thing I want to highlight today is the upcoming content in the works for Season 4 of One Clap Speech and Debate. I've been doing a lot of interviews this month, and things are looking pretty exciting for our upcoming season. The first series of the new season will be about seeking equality in speech and debate, and some of the exciting upcoming content includes an interview with Lucia Smalls, the director of the upcoming documentary Girl Talk, an interview with Ella Schnocky, 2018 POI National Champion for her piece Debate Like a Girl, a series of panel discussions about gender bias and solutions for female advocacy in the speech and debate community. A few of the amazing panel participants include Zoe Pickett, Faith Duncan, Carolyn Ben Thornton, Danny Scholes, Camila Rivera, Yu Yuen, Haley Lauze Reyes, and Layla Sandlin. I have a panel scheduled this week for Petra Van Court, Kinley Whitney, Carly Jo Huff, and Morgan Russell. Another episode to look forward to is an interview with NSDA Nationals 11th place finisher in humorous interpretation, Riverton's own Carly Ben Thornton, and also an interview with 2022 Wyoming High School Forensics Ambassador and longtime Natrona superstar Zoe Pickett. Additionally, some of my new audio and video recording software should be able to restore some damaged Zoom audio files that were stalled in production on a number of interviews from last year. It might take some time, but I have interviews with RJ Shane and Angelina Stinson and Emma Kellick and Lilac Ramsey that I am hoping I can bring back to life. I'm sure going to give it a try. So there is a lot to look forward to on One Clap in Season 4. Please make sure you've subscribed on your preferred listening platform. Get out there and follow the socials for One Clap too. And now you should totally subscribe to the Infant YouTube channel that doesn't have a lot on it yet, but eventually it will, hopefully. And TikTok, which has nothing at this point, but hopefully we'll have some content soon. They're both in the works, and so you should get out there and subscribe if you're interested. I'll link to all those accounts in the notes for this episode and on the website. Listen, your voice matters, and I hope you can help me amplify voices on One Clap. If you've got an idea or a request for One Clap Speech and Debate, shoot me an email at lylewiley@gmail.com or reach out on One Clap Speech and Debate, podcast, website, or social media, which I will link in the show notes. Thank you so much for listening to One Clap Speech and Debate. I'll catch you next time.